I'm vaping like a dragon, man. Alright, this is Matt from Wicked Sick Vape, and today I'm going to be doing a review and a giveaway. So, stay posted at the end of this video to learn how you can win one, and you have a good chance of winning, because I don't got a lot of subscribers. Alright, so the tank I will be reviewing is the new Matrix by High Voltage. Pretty slick looking tank. Has a bunch of unique designs to it that we'll get down in the we'll get to in the breakdown. But one of the cool things about it, it has a 5 milliliter tank capacity, and it comes with 0.2 and 0.6 ohm dual vertical coils that range from 30 to 80 watts, and they are all organic cotton, which is nice. Vape's awesome, as you can see, vaping like a dragon. But yeah, I really like this tank. With all tanks, it does have a few flaws, which we'll get into at the end of this video. But so far, man, I'll tell you what, I like this tank. I really do. It's a very nice tank. It's designed very smooth. All the machining is really nice in it. All the threads are smooth. Yeah. So why don't we just we'll just take a vape from her and we'll go right to the breakdown. Ton of flavor, man. Most flavorful tank to date. Alright guys, so this is the package it comes in. Alright, it says Matrix, sub-ohm clearomizer, shows a picture of the tank. It says high voltage at the bottom, and innovation changes the world, sorry. Hard to read upside down. But yeah, it has a magnetic lid on it. Really nice box. You can see the window, it shows the tank. On the back it has introduction, contents kit, says what it includes, and the specifications of the tank. Nowhere on here does it have any warnings or anything about the tank, you know. It is made in China. Well, let's open her up. Alright, so inside you have the tank right here, which is pretty nice looking. Okay, you can see, pretty cool looking tank. Alright, and then also inside it includes the 0.6 ohm dual vertical coil. Alright, so let's open this guy up. Alright, so here's all the little parts and pieces. You got the bottom deck section with your adjustable airflow. Really nice, smooth, big 14 millimeter slots. Okay, very nicely machined. You have dual O-rings or gaskets, I guess you could say. There's one in the bottom and one on the inner side. Okay, inside is all nicely machined, no scratches, grind marks whatsoever. As you can see, the silver plated contact at the bottom. Okay, and you roll this guy over, you have your silver contact right here. Really nice threading, really smooth, no problems whatsoever with it. The contact pin is rather small though. I kind of wish it was a little better and it did protrude out a little bit more, because it barely protrudes out. Okay, and it says on it, designed by High Voltage in the USA, but this is manufactured in China. Okay, so then you've got the Pyrex tank glass right here. It does have a few little chips in it, I have noticed. So definitely put some juice on those gaskets before you put it in so it doesn't chip on you. But both of the tanks that I did receive were chipped around the edges of the Pyrex. Your chimney section says Matrix on it, 3 heat sinks, standard drip tip connection at the top, pretty long shaft or chimney section right there. Alright, really smooth inside. Alright. Okay. Then you have your adjustable drip tip. Really nice, smooth, nice gasket on the drip tip itself. And inside the drip tip, I don't know if the camera's going to be able to zoom in that much, but alright, there we go, a little bit. Inside in the inner wall, you can see all these little ribs. You probably can't see them from there, but it does have these little ribs inside that I'm guessing is for heat distribution. So that's pretty cool to keep the heat away from your mouth, which I'm liking it. Okay, so one of the flaws I have with this tank, as you can see here, drip tip installed. Watch how much this guy wiggles. Oh, it's unbelievable the amount of wiggle in this. Definitely a big flaw in my eyes, and that is with all my drip tips other than friction drip tips. They all wiggle like this. The only one that didn't wiggle like that was the Delta 2. That one didn't wiggle on it, but they all do wiggle. But it doesn't pull out easy, so it's not gonna, your mouth's not gonna be able to pull it out when you take the sub tank away from your mouth, or the sub ohm tank, not the sub tank, but yeah. So this is the breakdown on it. Well, actually, not done yet. Oh, the most important part is the coil. Alright, so this is the Matrix coil right here. This is the 0.2 ohm, 30 to 80 watts, really massive slots on the sides, wicks up really nice. Okay, all organic cotton. I'm not sure if it's nichrome or canthol, but yeah, I haven't really looked into it that much. Okay, and then at the bottom you have the unique post right here, which is pretty cool. Alright, I don't know if it's silver plated or not, but it definitely looks it. Kind of looks like it's silver plated. You got your 4 points of contact right here, and your slots all the way, the 4 slots around the edge. Okay, that air just zooms right up into the coil. So that's what makes it pretty unique. You know, you're getting a ton of airflow with this guy. No restrictions whatsoever. Alright, and as you can see, the organic cotton, because you get all the little pieces of cotton coming out all over the place. Alright, so that is the breakdown of this guy. Alright, now that we got the breakdown out of the way, this tank, in my eyes, is better than most of, if not all of them right now, the ones that I've used at least, the sub-ohm clearomizers. I am a huge Arctic tank fan, and this tank definitely hangs with it in my eyes. The flavor, there's a lot more flavor in this guy than the Arctic tank. Vapor production, it's got to be around the same to it. I really think it's about the same. And I use the Arctic daily, and this guy is probably my new one. Just ordered a bunch of 0.2 ohm coils, so yeah, I'll be vaping on her hard for a while. Definitely has cons. Like all tanks, they all have their cons. So the drip tip at the top, wiggling, I do not like that. I'm not a fan of that whatsoever. So I ordered a bunch of friction drip tips just because of that. You know, I just don't like it. Especially, that's a huge flaw for this tank, because this does have the adjustable airflow drip tip. You know, that should have been one of their main things that they wanted to do. You know, you can go out and buy adjustable airflow drip tips, but this is the first one to be installed onto a sub tank. So yeah, definitely another con in my eyes is the Pyrex glass chipping when removing the tank. I haven't seen anything chip off, but you can hear it. You can definitely hear things chipping off inside there. So just be careful, you know, definitely juice, put a little bit of juice in there around the edges, and that will definitely help. Since I've had mine, I have yet to have anything chip off, but that is because I did juice up my tank. And when you get your tank, if it's like the two that I received, it definitely, when you unscrew it to install your liquid, you can hear it grinding. Like the one that I showed you guys for the giveaway. It's just, that's not cool, man. I think they machined it, it was just a little too tight for it. Maybe they should have did a little bit bigger of an O-ring in it so they wouldn't have that problem, or the O-ring's too tight. That could be the problem. There definitely could be a few things going on in there. So yeah, but other than that, airflow in this guy, the pros are, there's so many pros in this thing. The airflow has a ton of airflow. It is not restricted by any means. I like the coil design, how it has the rectangular slots on the bottom of the coil, so the air is just rushing right up to the coil. It has a 5 milliliter tank capacity, really nice. And this tank does do 30 to 80 watts. I have done it at 80 watts, and I will do it at 80 watts right now to show you that it can do 80 watts with no dry hit. Okay, let's make sure. Alright, 80 watts, 4.3 volts. No dry hit. Okay, it can do it. And this is 70-30 in here, and it can do it. I don't know if I'd vape at it at 80 watts forever. I won't, no. But my preferred range for this guy, I really like 60 watts. I think it vapes really nice. And at 50 watts and 40 watts, the vapor production's pretty good for 40 and 50 watts. It's definitely more than the Arctic tank at the lower wattage. 30 watts, there's not much vapor production. There is, as I will show you now, but it's, you know, it's 30 watts. This bad boy is made to use at high wattage. So let's vapor at 30 watts once I get it down here. It's kind of a pain in the ass with this Segoli. I'm not a big fan of the Segoli, but I am reviewing it soon, so I want to use her more. Not that much. Not that much. Flavor's not really there. You definitely get the flavor at 40 and up. 40 watts is, you have a ton of flavor at 40 watts. 50 watts even more. I think 55 to 60 watts is where it really is, this coil really takes off, and it's the peak. It's like, it's its honey range right there, as you could say. It's just, it's cool, man. I really like it. I do. So this tank, do I think you guys should buy it? I do. I really do. I think it's a really good tank. The tank is really cheap. It's only $29.99 at most places, Vapor DNA, and I got this on eBay, and the guy who sold it is thekingofthevapes.com. There is places online that are selling it for $24.99. You can get a 5-pack of coils for $19.99, and they do have coils available right now, which is really nice because a lot of these guys are selling these tanks before the coils are available, which, you know, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to burn a coil out really quick. This coil did take a little while to break in. It probably took about 30 hits, and then finally it broke in. I was a little bit skeptical at first because it did have a little bit of a nasty taste to it when I was first hitting it. But as soon as this coil took off. It's been unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. It's a nice tank. Pretty nice. So the giveaway. Alright, I'm going to be giving one of these guys away. The one that I reviewed right here, I will send it out to whoever wins the giveaway. Alright, so what I want you guys to do for the giveaway, I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want you to like this video, and I want you to comment in the comments, and I want you to say what your favorite sub-ohm tank is and what you would like me to review next. Okay? Yeah, so do that and you have a pretty damn good shot of winning, because I ain't got much subscribers. So yeah, this is trying to bump up my my ratings here. So even if this is a shitty review, someone's gonna get a free tank out of it. So guys, definitely use 30 amp and plus batteries, vape safe, and never vape on anything that you are unsure of. Alright guys, this is Wicked Sick Vape. Have a nice day, and vape on. I still got her at 30 watts. Let's boost this bitch up to 60. Alright, 60 watts. Alright. Later.